Hi guys, welcome back again. As always, let us start by defining the goal of this video. The goal of this video is to help you understand what is the pointer, how to declare and use the pointers, understand the asterisk sign, which is dereference, and the end sign, which is arrays of sign in Golang. Use the pointers within the function and the structure. Understand why pointers matter for the performance. This is the goal of the video. Let us start by understanding what is the pointer. Pointer is a variable that stores the memory address of another variable. You have to know one thing right here. It's only points to the memory location, not the value. Usually variables store a value, but in the pointer it points to the address of the memory. Let us see what it stores. In the previous video, we built a binary file from the argo function. Let us see what is stored. Let us see. Let us use text editor. Then main. When we use a pointer, it will store the memory location of that variable. That means it could store this location or some other location too, rather than storing the exact value. That means let us say this is the value that's stored in this memory, which is converted into the binary. Let's say it's stored in this location. Then what the pointer do, only save this location rather than copying the value. It stores the memory location of that variable. This is what pointers do in Golang. Okay, let us see what is the pointer. Let us see why pointers are important. Pointers are important to avoid copying a large data structure. Instead of copying the value or sending the value to another function, we better send the memory location of that variable. That means we don't have to send the value to the structure or the function. We only send the memory location of that variable. In that case, we can avoid a large transfer of data. Also, mutability. That means if we pass a value to the function, we will discuss about it. If we pass a value to the function, it will only change the value of that variable, but it's not change the actual data. We will look about this when we discuss about the function pointer in the function. Also, for low-level programming and memory controls, when we develop a real-world project, we often use a structure because we don't have to copy the whole structure to the function. Instead, we're gonna pass the memory location. In that case, we will decrease the usage of memory, or we can avoid memory leak in the function or in the software. Let us see how to declare and use this pointer. Let us remove the previous code example. Let us remove it. Also, let us remove our previous example. Okay. Let's say we have x, the value is 40. Then let us print println x. This call will print the value of x. As you can see, its print is 40. Okay, let us see how we can create a pointer. To create a pointer, what we have to do is just as any variable, we use a keyword var, then the pointer name, the name of the pointer. Let's say it's integer, since this value is integer. Let's say it's p and the type is integer. When we declare the pointer, we have to give it this asterisk star. This means it can point to any integers in the memory. Let us assign the value p, then the memory location, the memory location of x. This means this p going to point the memory location, the location in the memory of x. That means we can access the value using dereferencing of p. This means this asterisk used to dereference or to print the value, or to access the value of the pointer, we use dereferencing or the asterisk sign. Let us see the value. As you can see, its print is 40. That means x has the value of 40. Then we've created the pointer which is integer pointer, which means it can point to any integer in the memory. Then we assign the p, the memory location of x. That means p doesn't have the value, but it only stores the x location, the location of the variable x. As you can see, this is the memory location. As we have seen in the X editor, this is the memory location, which is starts with 0x, which is hexadecimal. In the hexadecimal, this is gonna be the memory location for the variable x. This is how we declared simple pointer, and how to dereference the pointer, also how to access the value. Also, to update the value of the memory location, that means we can update the value of x without using the x. That means we can, let's say p, then we can assign, let's say 50. When we print p, let's say let us reference the pointer, and let us see the value. As you can see, it's become 50. Also, the value of x going to be 50. The value of x is going to be 50 because we didn't change the value of x, but we changed the value at where the memory location, which is the memory location of x, the variable x. In this case, that means whenever we change the value at the location, the variable location, the memory location of 40 or x, it will change the value that contains at that memory location, so it will print 50. That's how we use a pointer. That means it's simple, but it's powerful. Okay, let us see how to use this in the function. Mostly we use it in the function. To declare a function, we can use func. Then let's say increment that accept number. Also, let's say integer, it's gonna accept integer. Then what this function going to do is increase the value. Then let us create another function, which is pointer increment, which accepts, let's say number, which accepts integer. This means this number or this n should be integer pointer. That means it only accepts the pointer or the memory location of the variable. Then let's say let us reference n, then plus n plus. This means increment the size. Let us use both of this function, and let us see the difference between passing the value using the value and passing the variable using a reference. Let us use x is equals to 40. Let us print it. Let us call the function increment. Increments. Then the number should going to be x. let us print x to see the difference. Then let us call pointer increment, then the memory location of x. This means we passed the reference of the x rather than sending the actual value. We sent the memory location of x. Then let us print it. fmt println x. Let us see the difference. Let us have some example. Increment. This is the value of increment after we call the increment. Also, this is the value after we call p increment. Let us see the difference. Go run main.com. As you can see, the first function, after calling the first function, the value of x not going to be changed. That means we sent the value of x. We didn't send the memory location. But in the second function, as you can see, the value of the x increased by 1 because we sent the memory location of x, not the value of the x. This means this function updates the value of x in the memory location. This is why the value of x incremented after calling the inc function. Okay, let us see another example, pointer within a structure. Let us see how to use the pointer in a structure. Let me remove this. Then let us start by creating type user. This is going to be structure. Let's say name string. Okay, let me remove this string. Then the age integer. Okay, let's say we have the function. It's increased the birthday. Let's say we have the function which increase the birthday, which accepts let's say user, which is the memory location of user, the memory location of the object, which is the user object. Then let us increase u.age plus plus. This is a simple example to use a structure rather than passing the value, because let's say this function, this structure is a large structure. It has let's say it has large data. To pass that large data to only for changing the birthday is not feasible. So we better use the memory location to change that value rather than using passing the whole structure or the whole structure value. Let us use the birthday. Let us create a user object, which is the user. We've seen how to create a structure in the previous video. So let us add the name Azu and age 30. After that, let us say my age get increased by 1, or we can call birthday, then user, the memory location of user. After that, let us print my age. Let us u.age. Let us see the output. As you can see, it becomes 31. We didn't pass the values. We passed the memory location of this variable. That means we minimized the memory usage of our function. So this is the end of this video. In the next video, we will discuss about the methods. What is the method in Golang, which is one of the big concepts that you have to know to become a backend developer. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. See you on the next video. Bye.